18% owned, and put right in and play, okay? Three more guys I'm going to get off here. How about Jesse Chavez at 33% owned, 3-3 with a 2.97 ERA, 1.18 whip, 56 Ks and 57.2 innings pitched. He's been trending in the right direction. Jason Vargas, 9% owned, 3-3 with a 3.66 ERA, a 1.28 whip, 57 Ks and 66.1 innings pitched. A lot of people are saying negative things about him kind of attacking the reporter verbally. I think it's a good thing. I think it's kind of brought that team together a bit. I think you're going to see the best version of Jason Vargas that he can give you. Remember, back in Seattle, he was a good pitcher, guys. Okay? People forget that. And lastly, Kevin Newman. 38% owned. Again, this guy's a highly touted draft pick. 327, 199 at bats, 65 hits, 5 homers, 21. 5 homers is surprising because he was never supposed to be a power hitter. Not that that's power hitter, but nonetheless, 21 runs, 29 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. So again, someone you can add, right? A middle infielder, right? So that's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Andrea, your timing is perfect. Thank you, Andrea Lamont, for all that you do for this channel. You're listening to LennyMelnickFantasySports.com. Chaps Fantasy Chat. I hope you enjoyed my NL East breakdown, my midseason awards, if you will, and the whatnot. I will not be broadcasting next Tuesday. We'll be traveling to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. I'll get to check out a Pirates game for the first time since leaving. So I'm excited. They'll be playing the Brewers. So I'll be really excited to go see that. But I will be with you the following Tuesday, and I'll be talking about the NL Central. So be prepared, guys. Oh, you want me to... the thing about it is, guys, I'm supposed to go on 9 with Arnie, and I have to eat. I have to eat. I love it. If I could plan it out, Arnie and I were talking about doing a 2-hour show, 5 to 7, but it just doesn't work out. So, Andy, what kind of questions you got? I'll stay on for any questions you got. I'll answer. I'll give you another 10 minutes. Yeah, it is a lot of ground, because when you get into these teams like that, right? So when you start talking about the Braves, you could literally spend a whole show talking about the Braves, like what they want to do. Like, man, their farm system is so appealing, right? Their pitching staff is kind of an anomaly because, okay, the Padres. The Padres are interesting because with the Padres, they have to make a move, right? So the thing about the Padres, they have too many outfielders, and I think they don't have enough pitching. So I'd be interested to see. I really think that they want to bring up some of this young talent. I'm interested to see about Logan Allen. I'm interested to see what they do with Kirby Yates. I think they trade him. I think they trade Kirby Yates. I think they trade probably either Renfroe or I don't think they trade Franmil. I think he's kind of. I think they'd like to trade Margot, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think the next one is Renfroe, and boy, you better get a lot for Renfroe because he is having a career year, right? And really just needs the at bats. So I think the Padres are a year away, but it wouldn't surprise me because they have the minor league capital to leverage that into an elite arm, which could take them over the top. So if the Padres are able to move Renfroe and then in turn move Yates and bring about another young arm and improve from within, Logan Allen got sent down. Well, I don't know about Lamet. I know he was good before his injury, but anytime guys coming back from, I think he had TJS, right? It kind of concerns me about when they first come back. So, Logan Allen's young. It was a premature move, but I think he held his own. I think he's 21. So, I think that the Padres are a year away. But with that said, I think they can make some moves to kind of reshift their team to let it better fit them for the future, okay? Puig. I was watching that game where Strope hit him, and it was interesting. It didn't faze Strope at all, by the way. I'm kind of neutral on Puig. I have him on a couple teams, so I kind of have to cheer for him. He is your prototypical alpha male. But it seems to me like when he doesn't want to play, he shuts it down. But when you piss him off, and I think he plays to that, right? Those teams hitting him, I think he kind of plays to that. He takes it personal because that's what motivates him. He's as good as anybody in the game. So, I talked about the Reds a little bit. And, I talked about the run differential and the fact that them and the Cubs are the only two teams in the Central with a positive run differential. Now, and couple that with the fact that they're only, I think, 5.5 or 6.5 games back. I really do think that the Reds might be the sleeper team in the Central. Here we were all kind of laughing at them because they're in last place, but we are so even. We are so even in that division that really it could go to pretty much anybody but the Pirates at this point, is my opinion. The Pirates just don't have enough to do it. But, even the Cardinals wouldn't surprise me if they took off. So I do think the Reds pitching, the Reds bullpen in particular, is what is the most interesting to me. I think that, I've watched Lorenzen pitch 3 of his last 4 times out when he's gotten his saves. I know you said Reds first, Letty. Well, so my point, Lorenzen, I think, is now the closer. I really do think they move Iglesias to the highest bidder. So you take that into account. You now have. Oh crap! Lorenzen is your closer, and who becomes the 2, 3, and 4? The 8, 7, and so on. I think Amir Garrett's your left-handed specialist. I think that guys like Cody Reed and Robert Stevenson, they want to groom to go into those spots, but they've not proven yet. So yeah, I do think that, again, the Reds are one of those teams. If they do it right, they can really improve their outlook for next year and still be competitive this year, right? Closers are hot commodity, which is why, again, I think that the Pirates do move Vasquez. They have to, guys. They have to. Because if you can flip him to the Braves and get 3 viable players, which I think the Braves would happily give up, an AJ Minter, either Pash or Waters, one of the two, and one of those pitchers, would absolutely do it for Felipe Vasquez. You have to do it. It's a no-brainer, right? So, I don't know. Again, next time I'm going to do the Central. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll tell you the team in the Central that I don't talk about as much as I should, that really interests me, is the Cardinals. They're a very interesting team from a lot of different angles. Carlos Martinez is interesting, and the makeup of the back of that bullpen in the second half of the season will be really interesting to see how that works out. But I think Carlos Martinez is right where he needs to be in terms of his development. He adds that edge on the back end that maybe that maybe Lyles didn't have, or Lyons, whoever it was, the guy that got hurt. So that said, I'm gonna step off. Thank you guys. Andrea, come at 7 next time. I'll answer about Eovaldi and the Red Sox and all your answers. But you know what? Don't be too down on the Red Sox. They're going to make a run. I like Eovaldi as their closer. It'll be interesting to see if he can pitch every night, right? So anyway, that's all for now. Everyone have a wonderful 4th of July. I don't know if Arnie and I are on at 9 or not. It is his birthday, and he said he was going out with his mom, but if he wants to go, we'll go. So thank you guys. I love you all. Have a great holiday. Good night. Chaps Fantasy Chat, Lenny Melnick Fantasy Sports Network. Peace.